Leafy Sea Dragon, the ocean's floating salad. Hi, I'm Aimee, and I'm so glad you're here. Hey, have you seen any cool animals lately? Grab your scuba tank, explorers. We are diving into the cool, rocky reefs off the coast of Australia to find a creature that is a master of hide and seek. You might swim right past it and think it's just seaweed. Today, we are talking about the elegant, the leafy, the magnificent Leafy Sea Dragon. The Leafy Sea Dragon is related to the seahorse, but it has a very different look. Its entire body is covered in long, leaf-like lobes. These are not used for swimming or steering, they are purely for camouflage. Camouflage is a way that animals hide themselves from predators. They match the shape of the color of the sea oak seaweed perfectly. This is a type of mimicry. Can you say mimicry? We've talked about mimicry before when we're talking about animal sounds, like the lyrebird who mimicked other animals' sounds. But this is a different type of mimicry, a visual mimicry. It allows the sea dragon to stay safe from big fish without having to hide in a hole. Even the way they move mimics a piece of seaweed swaying in the water. If those big leaves aren't for swimming, how does it move? It has tiny, nearly transparent fins on its neck and tail. Because they are see-through and flutter very fast, up to 70 times per second, a predator's eyes won't notice them moving. This allows the sea dragon to move through the water at a slow, steady pace without breaking its disguise. It looks like a piece of drifting kelp floating in the current. The current is the movement of the ocean water. Leafy sea dragons don't have teeth or a stomach that can hold a lot of food, so they have to eat almost all day long. They have a long, pipe-like snout that works like a powerful vacuum. They use a technique called suction feeding. When a tiny mysid shrimp swims by, the sea dragon expands its snout so fast that it creates a vacuum, snapping the shrimp into its mouth in less than a second. Since they can't chew, they swallow their prey whole. In the sea dragon world, the dads do the hard work of carrying the babies. The female sea dragon produces bright pink eggs, that's so cool, and presses them onto the underside of the male's tail. He has a special area called a brood patch that is full of tiny blood vessels to keep the eggs healthy and oxygenated. He carries up to 250 eggs for about a month. This is a very special kind of paternal care. And when they hatch, the dragonettes are already perfect miniatures of their dad. Leafy sea dragons are endemic. Can you say endemic? To the southern waters of Australia. This means Australia is the only place on Earth where they live in the wild. Because they are so rare and cannot swim very fast to escape pollution or nets, they are a protected species. People work very hard to keep their ocean meadows clean, so these magnificent dragons can keep floating for a long time. Our underwater adventure is over. The Leafy Sea Dragon shows us that sometimes the best way to be brave is to be quiet and blend in. It is one of the most beautiful creatures of the deep blue sea, who definitely goes with the flow. Stop right there, explorers. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Put on your thinking caps because it's time for the Wild Wisdom Challenge. I've got some tricky questions to see if you were listening to facts about our leafy little friend. Are you ready? Let's jump in. What is the word for an animal found only in one specific place? Endemic. What kind of feeding does the sea dragon use since it has no teeth? Suction feeding. It works like a vacuum. What do we call the area on the dad's tail where he carries the eggs? A brood patch. Okay, it's time for some true or false questions. True or false? The leaves on a sea dragon help it swim really fast. False, they are just for camouflage, to make sure that the leafy sea dragon is safe from predators. True or false? The baby sea dragons are called dragonettes. True. True or false? Leafy sea dragons live only in Australia. True. I would love to go to Australia to see all of these cool leafy sea dragons floating on the water. Great work, explorers. I'm so proud of you. You've got a curious mind, and that is your greatest tool for adventure. Let's finish up our dive into the deep with a few fishy jokes. What do you call a sea dragon's favorite way to practice singing? Singing scales. Where do sea dragons go to sleep? On a waterbed. I hope you enjoyed the leafy sea dragon today. If there's another animal you want to learn about, maybe one that has blue feet or one that can live for over 100 years, send me an email at aimee@animalswithaimee.com. Grown-ups, help your kids explore even more by joining Aimee's Animal Lovers Club at animalswithaimee.com. We offer daily worksheets, ad-free listening, and birthday shoutouts. Sign up to support the show today by joining the club at animalswithaimee.com. Remember, animals are special, just like you. So always be kind, gentle, and caring to all animals. See you tomorrow!